Today I'm going to be showing you step by step how to make an authentic South African lamb potjie using my secret weapon, the lamb neck. Not any lamb neck, special thick cut lamb neck. It renders down incredibly tender if you do it low and slow over a potjie. This is going to be fall apart, delicious, incredibly soft, and it's going to be so full of flavor. And to that incredible potjie, we're going to add dumplings. So when you dish it up, you've already got that lovely piece of ready dumpling dough to soak up those juices. Come join me while we build this potjie the South African way. The first thing that we're going to do is spice the lovely lamb. So we're going to put some coriander on the lamb. And another secret, we don't fry this down in the potjie. We put it on the coals, on the braai, on that smokiness, that lovely wood that we put on the fire. That imparts that delicious smokiness, and once you got it in the pot, that smokiness flavors and fills the pot. All right. Grating of salt, black pepper. Get the flavors covered on all the meat. There we go. Let's get these guys into the grid. Ah, listen to that beautiful sizzle. That's not going to take too long. It's going to take around about 10 minutes or so, 5 minutes. Our aim here is not to cook this at all. It's just to get that nice brown char, that smokiness into it. Ah, look at that. That's a nice char on it. Fantastic. How are they all looking? That's the toasty part that you want on top. Yes. Okay, let's get them swapped over. Ah, look at this guy. I think he's ready to be taken off. And then we can get stuck into the rest of those veggies. Now I've got that smoky chariness on there. Okay, let's get that covered up. It's summer, so we can't let things lie around. And also this will keep it nice and tender and moist. So we are ready to chop a couple of veggies up here. The first thing that we're going to do is chop some onions. Got our onions over here. Now, lamb absolutely loves onions. Don't be shy with onions at all. 3 onions, and it can be medium-sized onions. Well, before I get chopping, got some good news to share with you guys, all the guys that subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed, just click subscribe now. To our 1,000 subscribers, and to shit, that was not supposed to happen. Holy crap. That's how excited we were for our 1,000th subscriber. Woo! Okay. Holy smoke. Cheers! Cheers! So, thank you to all of those subscribers. We really appreciate it. Okay, let's get chopping. These don't have to be very fine or anything. We're just slicing them in strips like that. Right, so let's get these guys fried. And let's get the potjie on the coals. Oh, yes, some interesting values. If you see a 2 on your potjie, and you see a 2 on the top, that means you must just times them, and it'll give you a rough indication of how many people can be fed with this. I say it's about 6 actually, but yeah, it's supposed to be 4. So, saying that, I do only have 4 pieces of lamb neck. This will take a little bit of time to warm up. The cast iron potjies retain the heat quite a lot, so once it's warmed up, it stays warm for quite long. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So while our potjie is warming up there, I'm going to take our celery and give it a chop up. And these top little leafy bits, don't throw them away, use them. They taste just as good as the celery itself. Actually, thank you to one of our subscribers that told me to use a celery leaf. I've never used it before, and it's really good. So nice peppery taste to it. Okay, and here we've got 4 leeks. So let's just cut off the ends. That goes to our compost heap. And here we're going to keep them quite chunky. About like that. All right, our tester onion. It's got a gentle sizzle to it. So let's get everything that we've chopped up now in. This is one of the only few times that you are allowed to stir a potjie. Is right in the beginning. Once you've added that meat, the stirring's finished. This becomes obsolete. So enjoy stirring while you can. You know, when you add your tomatoes and all your lovely veggies and your carrots and green beans, and you add it right in the beginning, not towards the middle, depending on how your style is, but this is like one pot, that's it, you leave it and let it go for 2.5 hours. And if you're going to stir it after that, you're going to turn these potatoes and everything else into mush. And we want whole, lovely, beautiful veggies. So that's the reason why you don't stir it. All right, well, while that's going, let's make our bouquet garni. So to this, we've got parsley, we've got thyme, rosemary. Let's take our little rope, plonk him there, and tie a knot. And there we have our bouquet garni. All right, let's move on. While we are here, we're going to be adding some beans. Let's just move them together like that. Chop those off. I'd actually like to chop them in half. So let's cut them like that. So that is done. Okay, let's get to chopping our tomatoes. We're going to add 3 tomatoes to this pot. That's going to be building up our sauce, really. Let's cut it like that. They can be chunky, right? They're going to be boiling down to absolutely nothing into this beautiful sauce. This is the thing about a potjie. I only have to chop the garlic now. And once that's done, just put everything together, put the lid on, forget about it. Forget about it. So, here we've got a whole bulb of garlic. Not that we're going to use the whole thing. So, let's just get a couple of pieces. I'll give them a squish. This is so we can easily peel them, probably around about 4 or 5 we can use there. And then let's chop them finely. Now we've got a beautiful color on our onions. You know, you want to give them a nice caramelly taste, right? This is all important about building the Potjiekos flavors. You know, take your time, really focus on caramelizing things, getting things browned up, getting your meat smoked. This is that build up of that potjiness. All right, so let's get our garlic in there. And we are going to put some amazing spices in there. So we've got a nice little secret box here. We have got a cinnamon stick. Oh shit. Wait, let's get that cinnamon stick out. We're going to put in 4 bay leaves and a teaspoon of chili flakes. Lovely carrier of flavors. And we've got our coriander in there. Let's put all the coriander. That was about a teaspoon. And don't forget these guys. Cloves. Nolkies. So let's put about 7 there. That was maybe about 7, but let's put 3 more in. And to that lovely pot, we're going to add paprika. Not smoked this time, just paprika. About a teaspoon of that. Grinding of black pepper. Grinding of salt. Alright, let's just get that mixed in. All those aromatics are now coming out. And then get our juicy tomatoes in that pot. And we've got our lovely tomato paste. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And we've got this lovely Baron wine. It goes fantastically with potjies. So, we've got this magafter. It's a very interesting magafter. My father got it as an antique, so I just do that. Bit rough, but it works. Take the top off, squish that down, turn it, and then you turn it the bottom one this way, and then voila, it works. All right, lovely wine. We're going to put in a cup of this wine, and now what you want to do is you want to burn off that alcohol on that wine. All right, and once we've got our alcohol out of the lovely wine, we are just left with delicious, sweet tasting wine. That's not going to be sweet, you know what I'm saying, with all these flavors, it's really going to mix well. And then we add a cup of veal stock. And now it's time to introduce our lovely lamb necks to the potjie. Yes, welcome. Welcome. Thank you. Oh, they're going to love it in there. Delicious broth bath. Now we're going to add the amazing Potjiekos into the center. And now we add the vegetables that cook the longest first, and we layer the vegetables that take very quick to make on top. So let's first put the potatoes down in there. You know, and these veggies and these potatoes, they release a lot of water as well. So you really don't have to worry too much about this. And your coal should be very low now. We're going to let this go for at least 2.5 hours. During that time, we're going to make our dumplings. And for that last half an hour, we're going to put our dumplings in the pot, put a little bit of coal on top, and finish it off. Okay, now we add the carrots. So this is my preference of vegetables, right? You can add any preference that you like. And now our green beans. Now you're thinking, but there's no liquid. Well, everything's going to cook down, so the liquid is going to boil up. And this is what a potjie's bottom is for. It boils at the bottom, steam comes up over this dome and drips down again. That's what steams the vegetables, so we don't have to worry about that at all. Okay, now we monitor our coals. Now and then we just add 1 or 2 coals, depending on if we need coals. That's my preference, 1 or 2, to keep it going low and slow. You don't want this to go furiously. Alright, so for now, we can chill out. See you in the next 2 hours. Well, it's been 2 hours. The potjie is going lovely. It's bubbling just gently. And now we're going to make those lovely dumplings. And we've got 500 grams of cake flour that we've added to this mixture. We are going to add in 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And we've got 100 grams of butter. Alright, and once we've added the butter, we're going to add around about a tablespoon of salt. And to give it a little bit of flavor, we've got some parsley, but we also want to go get some chives from our garden. Give me a sec, let me go get that. So let's give these a chop up, quite fine. Okay, let's get them in there. And now mix your fingers through the flour and the butter. Once it's nice and crumbly like this, you can add your 1 1/4 cups of water. Okay, let's get that mixed up with a fork. Well, that's looking great. So let's get this surface floured. Here we go. Get this guy onto the floured surface. Just roll it. Just depends, you know, you really don't want this to be a stiff dough, like at all. Otherwise your dumplings are going to be super stiff. So you can actually feel it. It's so cloudy, it's so soft, right? That. So let's cut it in golf ball sizes. Let's cut that in half. Let's cut that guy in half. Let's cut that guy in half. And then let's cut these guys in the third. And then just take them slightly, gently, roll them into little golf balls. Right, here we go. Look at that, fantastic. Doesn't have to be perfect. Right, when you put them in, they're not going to stay in balls. They're going to expand into these like frisbees, these discs. All right, let's get these guys in. Look at that. Okay, let's get these guys transferred. Welcome, dumplings. Welcome to the potjie. All right, look at that. Beautiful. All 12 of them got in there. All right, close it up. And now we're going to take some coals, put them on top, and let that go for another 30 minutes. And then we can check on it and see how things are going. Okay, let's just put some coals on the top. That'll get the top nice and done as well. Well, let's take a look if our dumplings are done. They've been going for 30 minutes. I mean, they look done. Yes, that's spongy and it's coming back, so it's not sinking in. So they are all done. Okay, let's take this guy off. Whoa, oh my God. This is now our 40 kilogram pot. All right, now I know you want to eat this right away. But those dumplings, the sauce, the meat, it just needs to relax a little bit. Give it 10 minutes, it'll make all the difference, and then we're going to dish up. Well, the moment has arrived. The potjie is ready. The dumplings are done. It is going to be spectacular. Let's take a look at that baby. That is just incredible. Well, you don't know exactly where to dish up from, but let's get a dumpling out there. Hey, look at that. Got some carrots, got some potatoes, dumplings, the beans. Okay, let's get in right in there. And we've got a lovely lamb. There we go. Let's get us a potato and some more lamb. Great, and now some sauce. Let's get that tilted a bit. Well, look at this delicious lamb neck in front of us with the most amazing dumplings. I mean, wow. Let's give it a taste. This is going to be hot, but I'm going for it. So tender. I mean, look at this. Look at how tender it is. It just falls off the bone. This is incredible. Steaming, delicious, delicious tenderness. No. Kill the chef immediately. This recipe cannot get out there. It is gorgeous. You have to try this. And now the dumplings. They got a nice crispy bit to the top. Actually, I think it needs a little bit of lamb. Get some lamb on there. There we go. There's chives coming out there and parsley. It's like a perfect combo. As you can see, whole potato still there, perfectly marinated with all those lovely juices. Have a little potato. Now take your lamb. Take your sauce that's fell into the plate. Get in there. That lamb is fall apart, tender, low and slow. The best potjie method you can ever choose to make. Come join us in these amazing recipes that we create for you guys. And thank you once again for those 1,000 subscribers. Cheers.